In the seat behind her is 34-year-old DeCarlos Brown. Watch as he slowly opens a pocket knife, then stands and without warning plunges the knife into his victim.
What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Mount Job, bro, and we're back again to another video, bro. As today's video, I'm not doing my regular intro because today's topic, bro, is something serious. If you see the title, today's video, it is about system failure, the Iryna Zarutska story by Black Speak. Shout out to the creator once again. And if you're ready to another video, bro, don't forget it, bro. Leave the like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get it to another video, bro.
Horrific murder on a light rail train in North Carolina caught on camera. Now local officials are facing tough questions about why the suspect was still on the street.
In the seat behind her is 34-year-old DeCarlos Brown. Watch as he slowly opens a pocket knife, then stands and without warning plunges the knife into his victim.
And this wasn't some random man with no past. He had 14 prior arrests before this attack ever happened. And
damn, 14, and bro, how the hell is he free?
Somehow he was still free until the day he crossed paths with that young woman on that train.
This beautiful face and seeing her balled up, looking around, not realizing somebody had attacked her. That was so horrible.
Now I want to talk about the story of 23-year-old Ukrainian refugee Iryna Zarutska, who tragically lost her life in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's a heartbreaking case that's made headlines for many reasons, but the biggest one is how it exposes just how flawed the system really is. Iryna Zarutska was a beautiful young Ukrainian woman, just 23 years old. Loved by many, she had a warm, creative spirit that she poured into the people around her.
That's crazy, bro. She was my age, and I'm sorry, bro, if like I get like too emotional like in this video, bro. But like for real, like this video, bro, it make me really sad, bro. Not only about like the young lady, but yes, because of who did it, bro. And like this is why like a lot of people be like racist to us black people because of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like we try like our best, bro, to like to be like our best version, and then because of one incident like this one, like bro, it's all our fault because of one guy. All he needs is one person to the things, bro. All he needs is one person like to do a wrong thing, and we all in the same boat. It doesn't matter. That's crazy, bro. She was my age, bro, and I've seen the video, bro. Y'all saw the video. If not, bro, don't saw it, bro. But man, she was just shocked, bro. Come on, bro.
She studied art and restoration in Kiev, Ukraine, the capital of the country, and her family described her as radiant with a smile that could light up a room. In August 2022, 6 months after Russia's invasion, she left Ukraine with her mother, sister, and brother, searching for safety and a future. That's how she ended up in North Carolina, where she began building a new life. She enrolled at community college with dreams of becoming a veterinary assistant. In the meantime, she often cared for neighbors' pets, walking them around the neighborhood, always smiling, always spreading light. She worked in Charlotte's South End and was slowly moving towards independence, even learning how to drive. But for now, she still relied on public transportation to get around. And it was there on the train where the story takes a tragic ending. On the night of August 22nd, roughly 3 weeks ago, Iryna boarded the Blue Line train in Charlotte after finishing her shift at a local pizza spot. She wore khaki pants, a dark shirt, and had her blonde hair tucked under her work cap. She sat down, focused on her phone like so many of us do. What she didn't, however, know was that the man sitting right behind her should have never been there in the first place. That man was 34-year-old DeCarlos Brown. For a few minutes, nothing happened. He sat there behind her.
Wait. I thought like he wasn't there before. I thought like he was the one like who got there later. Not first though.
Silent, staring out the window. Then in one quick unprovoked motion, he pulled out a pocket knife, stood up, and swung over the seat. Iryna clutched her throat and face, not even realizing that her life had just been cut short. Within seconds, she collapsed to the ground and died. 34-year-old DeCarlos Brown was arrested minutes later and charged with first-degree murder. But this wasn't some random man out of nowhere. His criminal history stretched back nearly 2 decades, and court records show that his first arrest was in 2007, and over the years he racked up over 14 arrests, including armed robbery, felony larceny, and breaking and entering. And in 2014, he robbed a man at gunpoint and served more than 5 years in prison. And after his release, things only spiraled, and by 2022, he was assaulting his own sister. but she dropped the charges out of concern for his mental health. And in 2024 and 2025, he was arrested multiple times for misusing 911 calls. During one arrest, he told officers he believed a man-made material was controlling when he ate, walked, and talked. And just 3 weeks before Iryna's death, a judge ordered a forensic evaluation, but still, this guy was still free to board that train and free to take that young woman's life. Even his own family had raised alarms, and his mother actually said that she tried to have him placed in a long-term psychiatric facility, but legally she couldn't really do much because she wasn't his guardian. His sister Tracy described how after he came home in 2020, he wasn't the same person anymore. He struggled to hold conversations, couldn't keep a job, and was often violent. And then, like we stated in 2022, he even attacked his own flesh and blood. And his sister said that he often believed that the government had planted a chip inside of him. And the word...
What? What do you mean, bro? Bro, what do you mean? What the hell? What kind of accusation is there, bro? And, bro, I'm just shocked. Like, what made him, like, out of nowhere attack like that lady, though?
Worst part about this is that after the stabbing, this man told his sister that he attacked Iryna because she was reading his mind. So obviously this man was not right in the head.
Am I true? I'm not slow today, huh? But what do you mean she was reading his mind?
He should have never been on that train. He should have either been in prison or inside a facility actually getting professional help. But then again, it makes you wonder, does rehabilitation even work for people like this? I'm not so sure, honestly. I would like to think that everybody can be helped, but the reality is that some people are just so far gone to the point where they can't be saved. Now, when he was arrested for misusing 911 earlier this year, instead of being held, Magistrate Judge Teresa Stokes let him go on a simple promise to come back to court. Like, we're talking no bail, no supervision, nothing. After the stabbing, her decision was blasted as a failure to protect the public, and the judge has faced serious scrutiny, like she should. But according to the Charlotte Observer, she was actually following North Carolina's law and their bail policy, which makes release without bond routine for non-violent misdemeanors.
Nah, I'm pretty sure that it was like good in faking like his own emotions. In faking like, oh, like, you know, because ain't no way someone like that out of nowhere, bro, out of nowhere. Like, bro, he got multiple arrests, bro, you know what I'm saying? He got multiple mugshots, and he can still walk out of court, no bond, no bail, no nothing.
But the strange part is that, while the charges he faced at the time were considered non-violent, his record clearly showed a violent past.
Yeah.
And that has me questioning, and probably you questioning, what's even the point of these so-called laws if they don't actually protect the public? Very good question. Now, this story, along with the Charlie Kirk assassination, have been two of the most spoken about tragedies in the last week. Obviously, the public is furious about the death of this young woman, and I think there's something to be said about why stories like this seem to be happening more often and often. Because even though we have a justice system, you start to wonder, how well is it actually working? And why do we keep hearing about innocent people getting killed by people who should have already been locked up in the first place? And the question a lot of people are asking,
bro, y'all never know, bro, y'all got like in your surroundings, bro. Y'all need to be careful. I'm not saying like just because like this happened in like states, bro, it's everywhere, bro. Y'all need to be careful, bro. You never know. Sometimes, bro, I catch people be hella strict, hella defensive, and I'm a guy like who is like all the time chill, and I can be funny, like I can be serious, but at the same time, like this right here, bro, he may really like be more careful about like who I got, like, you know what I'm saying, like into my area, like in my like surroundings. So, bro, y'all need to be careful, bro.
And then this is something that's kind of like in my head, right? Which is, why does it always feel like criminals get protected while the public gets left vulnerable? Now, in this case, Brown was clearly mentally ill. And I think that's important to stress, because part of why he was the way he wasn't entirely his fault. But at the same time, the system knew he had these issues. And instead of getting him real help, they just let him walk free. But I've also seen way too much sympathy for this killer. Some people talk like he had no control over what happened, and that's just not really true, okay? Because there's plenty of people dealing with the same exact mental issues, even in worse situations, and, they're not out here stabbing innocent people on trains. That's a fact. We also can't ignore his past. This man wasn't just battling schizophrenia. This was someone with a long record of violent crimes. So yes, mental illness played a role, But, this wasn't some random accident. I mean, it was years of violence, ignored red flags, and a system that failed to keep the public safe. But most importantly of all, this young woman. And I also want to stress this. I don't think this story should be turned into some black versus white narrative, because at the end of the day, this was another evil man taking the life of an...
Like, that's the thing. For us, it should not turn. But I'm pretty sure for the other people perspective, it will turn like that. Like, it is what it is. And bro, we cannot be all like, why the hell, bro, y'all like all this thing like that. When bro, we know like he was wrong and he was black. So now what? We gotta deal with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is now.
Innocent young woman, that's what matters here. So instead of getting caught up in labels, let's focus on how tragedies like this can actually be prevented. That means asking why violent offenders and people with a clear mental health crisis keep slipping through the cracks, why judges, laws, and policies are protecting the wrong people, and why it always takes an innocent life being lost before anyone starts paying attention. Another conversation that needs to be had is why it took so long for mainstream media to cover this story. So this happened on August 22nd, this unfortunate tragedy, but the story didn't really blow up until like around 2 weeks ago. I remember hearing about it on August 25th, around 72 hours after that happened, and I was shocked to see how few outlets were covering it at the time. It felt like the story was being suppressed. And I think there's one major reason for that, one I haven't really seen too many people touch on. So Iryna wasn't a white American woman. She was a Ukrainian refugee. And in the eyes of the media, that doesn't grab the same level of sympathy or attention, or so they thought. I mean, we've seen the stories and the patterns before, right? The truth is, the stories that blow up involving women getting hurt in some type of way are usually about white American women. And I want you to take a look at the differences between the massive Gabby Petito case or even the Shanquell Robinson. These are two stories that eventually blew up, but at the same time, it proves that media coverage isn't about justice, it's about what they can package and sell. Now in this case...
Nah, hell nah, they thought, but like, it doesn't matter, bro, if where you came from. Bro, if you murder with like out of nowhere, bro, like with no excuse, bro, you should have justice. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter where you're born, bro. You know what I'm saying?
They had no choice but to cover it once the video spread, which is why in the past few days, this story has been everywhere, right alongside the death of Charlie Kirk. It's crazy to think that this woman fled a war-torn Ukraine looking for safety, only to end up losing her life on the train in the very country she thought would be safer. America's not really safe though, I think we all can agree. If you can't even get on public transportation without wondering if something might happen to you, what kind of life is that? And the truth is, women already know this feeling all too well. Walking home after a night out, riding a bus, even just existing in public, there's always that thought in the back of your head, in the back of a woman's head, which is, you know, what if something happens to me? Between the random acts of violence, school shootings, and the crime that pops up in every major city, safety in America is just not guaranteed. It's honestly a luxury. You can really see it in the contrast in places like Europe. Like a few days ago, I came home from Berlin and I was walking around at 4 in the morning by myself, not a care in the world, just headphones on, just chilling. And I even saw groups of women walking alone, even women by themselves just walking alone in the city. Not once did I feel unsafe. Let's just say try doing that in most major American cities and you'd be looking over your shoulder every 2 seconds, right? Honestly, I tried that in LA one time and I seen a Dodge Durango driving real slow and I thought that was my time to go, okay? So we ain't doing that again.
That boy thought it was his last day. Hey, but let's not laugh today, bro. Come on, bro. This is a serious situation.
And okay, that was a mistake. But all, jokes aside, right? Like this story is really messed up, honestly. Like it really messed me up, especially seeing that video of the young woman, Iryna, covering her face, like not even realizing that that was the last moment she'd be alive. Like it was horrible to see that video. I don't ever want to see that shit again. Yo, we have to stop letting criminals walk free when so many lives are being destroyed because of it. And the truth is, the system hasn't just failed once. It's failed over and over again at every level, from the judges to the lawmakers to the policies that prioritize technicalities over public safety. Like it needs to stop. The people who let this man out need to be held accountable as well, because when you ignore violent pasts, when you dismiss red flags, when you put procedure over protecting innocent lives, this is the result. A young woman who fled a war-torn country ends up dying on a train in America because of decisions that should have never been made. And honestly, the system that let him walk free is just as guilty as he is. We need...
Yeah, that's true, bro. Like when they know like he's not in perfect condition mentally, when like he be doing a lot of bullshit since 2007. 07, bro. 07. So boy, like, I agree, bro. Like the system, bro, he's also guilty, bro. Because, bro, these men will not be free if, like, y'all made like the right decisions, bro. And look now, bro.
Keep people empowered to step up and finally do the right thing, which is keep dangerous criminals where they need to be. Because if not, this cycle will keep repeating itself. More innocent lives, especially women and children, will keep on losing their lives. Families will be shattered, all because of the system that chose to protect the wrong people. To anyone listening, can I ask you a question? Like, what can be done about things like this? Because the way I look at it is the only solution is be harsher on violent criminals. But maybe there's something that I'm missing, and of course, like, I'm open to hearing what you have to say. So please let me know in the comment section below. I would really appreciate it. Rest in peace to Iryna Zarutska. Such a tragic story, man. Like, such a tragic story. And I just feel like something needs to be done and something needs to change within the system, because this is becoming way too common. But I'm curious what you guys think about this story. Drop a like for the algorithm, comment, subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you guys in the comment section below. Most importantly of all, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.
Yo, folks, bro. This story right here, bro. Oh my bad. This story right here, bro, was one of the saddest stories ever, bro. And especially, bro, after seeing that video, bro, I was shocked, bro. I'm like, bro, her face, bro, she was just shocked, bro. No words, no nothing. She didn't even realize. She was just, processing things. And end up falling, bro. Bro, y'all let me know, bro, what y'all think about this, bro. Like, what y'all think that, like, for me, bro, this will never happen, bro, if the season, bro, like, they like the right decision. You know what I'm saying? From 07, bro. From 07. You will be locked up and none of this will happen, But y'all let me know, bro, because this is another sad story that happened to a young lady, man. But look, though, if you stay until the end of this video, bro, I really appreciate it, bro. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video, bro. Don't forget it, bro. Leave the like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see ya in the next video, though.